We go. We're going live. Eventually, it's going live. It
Hoorah.
says it's setting up. It says it's
Okay.
done, and now it says that we're live. So we are a go. So I'm gonna play us in. Here we go.
All right, do it.
Welcome to Earl and the Idiot, the show that gives you the answers you need to take your business to the next level. With Earl Flormata, one of Vancouver's most sought-after business and marketing consultants, author of Business Engine Optimization, consultant to over 60 successful businesses, an all-around evil marketing genius with a combined total of more than $70 million worth of sales to his credit. And some idiot. Okay,
This guy.
here we go.
We were just talking before we. What's that?
I just love that bit. That's fun.
We were just talking before we got on that I've got these cheap bone conducting headphones from AliExpress as a test of concept, and the bass from our intro song blows them out and just ruins them. But I
Awesome.
literally just wanted to try them out and see if I liked them, and I do. So now I'll get the actual ones. Also, those vertical. Here's a question. Totally, computer mouse, right?
Okay.
If you have more than one computer mouse, is that computer mice or
Yes.
computer mouses?
I have no idea.
You never thought about it before, right? I
No.
I feel like mice is wrong. Like it's what I mean? It feels wrong somehow to say computer mice. I have several computer mice in my drawer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's because computer mouse, I get that, obviously. Computer
Yeah,
mice sounds like you have in your computer. So
I don't know. But yeah, I also got one of those ergonomic mouses where it's upright like
yeah,
this. I
yes,
wanted to
I've
try.
seen
I
those.
wanted. I wanted to try one of those because they feel like you try them at the store and you're like, oh, that feels really good. And so I got a cheap one off AliExpress for $5. Tried it out for 10 minutes. I was like, I do not like this at all. I realized, like, when I was using it in the store, I was like, how do you stop your hand from slipping down? And you don't. You have to sort of be
Yeah, I
constantly
guess.
putting your hand back up the thing again. And
Oh, I
also when you're
guess.
moving,
I know.
and also the fleshy part of your hand now is on the mouse pad, and it's like getting caught under the mouse while you're moving around. I've
Maybe you
since
got the.
seen some that actually have a little shelf, like there's a little sort of
Yeah,
slope at the
I've seen
bottom.
one with a little slope. I'm a Logitech fan. Everything I buy is Logitech for like peripherals. So I've seen the Logitech, whatever funny standing mousey thingy, and it felt pretty good. So that might be my next mouse when this one blows up.
Yeah.
So we'll
Just
see.
make sure you get the nice ledge for your hand to rest on. Otherwise, it's useless.
Oh,
It's worse than useless.
absolutely.
It's annoying.
So,
But I was really pleased with
but
myself. I was sitting at where we were working that day, and I tried the mouse, didn't like it, took a picture of it,
yeah,
put it up on Facebook Marketplace for $10, and about an hour later, a guy came to where we were working and took it from me. So I made a profit on this stupid thing in an hour. Now I'm thinking of ordering a
nice.
dozen.
Look at you. You're the now AliExpress dropship master.
Yeah, exactly. I really came up with a source of money in a hurry.
Nice.
Nice
Dope.
segueing. But maybe we're not ready for a segue. How are you doing, Earl? We always go through an introduction here.
Oh, hanging in there. I got my fancy new suit today. My buddy Augustino has these. He's always dressed to the nines, and he always has the best suit I've ever seen. And it turns out he makes them. And I'm like, wait, what? You make the suits? And so
What?
it literally says Augustino inside the suit. So shout out to Augustino. So he's like, yo, man, I'll do a suit for you. This is the custom suit because I'm going to a fancy networking event after this, and it was done for $700. I'm used to paying like 2 grand at least minimum for like a half decent custom suit. 3 piece, got this, the vest, and the pants. $700. I'm like,
Was this
can't
a
beat
favor to
that.
you or
It's what he's doing for his friends just to get his portfolio up. So he has a bunch of example pictures of what the suits look like.
oh geez. Better make
So
friends with this
you
guy in a
want
hurry.
one, I'll hook you up. But oh my god, what a good deal! I'm actually thinking of doing the 5 suit thing, where you know how you get a blue suit, a black suit, a gray suit,
The
and you just mix and match, and you have like 85 different suit outfit things. I'm seriously thinking of doing that. So
that's the Steve Harvey plan.
that's the Steve Harvey plan.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I'm trying to convince Augustino to give us a 5 suit deal.
There you
And
go.
yeah, but I mean, even if you just sold it for this price, like $700 times 5, I would do it. I would do it in a
That's a good
heartbeat
deal.
because they're such a good suit. So it's like this is really nice. This is the most complimented suit I've owned to date. Because
Wow.
people just like they look at me, they go, "Yeah, that's a nice suit." I'm like, man, Augustino, he does a good job. So shout out to Augustino if you're watching this. I'll tag you, and there you go. Because my God, you do good work. So
I always like you hear about Savile Row in London where they tailor the suits for you. And it costs so much
mhm,
money. They say if you have to ask how much it costs, you can't afford it,
right.
you know. And I remember being like, you can get a suit at Moore's for, whatever it is, $100 or something, or $60 at the time, I think. What's the big deal? And then I remember one day, like literally driving down the road, and it was the evening, and I drove past, I think it's a synagogue on Canby Street, and there was this guy standing out front on a cell phone, and his suit looked so good. Just as I was driving by, it actually caught my attention, and it's stuck in my head this long, and I was like, okay, I get it.
Yeah, the
It
difference
makes a
between a good
difference.
suit. Funny enough, I just bought one from Moore, like the whole shebang with the shirt and the suit and the da 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 da, and it cost like $500 for everything because I got the
Mhm.
shirt, the suit, the pocket square, the tie, da 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 da. But for like $200 more, I'm like I got the custom one. I'm like, damn it! so never again. I'm always going to go over the custom one. Now that I have a custom suit guy, oh my God, there you go.
Hmm. Yeah, I'll have to wait. I'm in the process of losing weight right now, so I'll wait till I get down to my goal weight, and then I'll get some suits made, and that'll be my big celebration.
There you go. Awesome, good
Hmm.
stuff. So I'm curious, what's with the
Yes.
artwork today?
What's
I
with the
have no
artwork? So this
idea.
is
Like,
for today's theme. I will explain what this means in a second, but I literally just typed into Midjourney, my go-to AI image generator, panic.
mhm. Okay,
I just typed the word
that's a
panic.
panic art.
Yeah. This
There you
almost looks, I don't know, it almost looks a little more like a sort of fear or terror, you know what I mean? Which is it's in the same ballpark as panic, but it's not quite the same emotion.
Speaking of which, I may switch back to Midjourney. I canceled my Midjourney because ChatGPT has DALI in it
Okay.
now. But it's super like hamstringed. Like it's not allowed to do a bunch of stuff when you say. So I saw your post earlier today where you talked about the Salvatore Dali painting, right? The
Yeah,
and you
mixed
placed
with
them with
Star
eight.
Wars.
Yeah, yeah. And so if you, I tried typing that into to Dali and it wouldn't because it's like, nope,
Huh.
sorry, can't do Star Wars stuff. And I'm like, oh poo. And so I went through this whole roundabout method saying, please make a walking robot. Okay, please make a walking robot with 4 legs. Okay, now please make a walking robot with 4 legs and a square body. And eventually it did it anyway. It was such
Okay.
a roundabout method. So, and now use this elephant-like looking robot to da 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 with Salvatore
Yeah.
Dali art style. Did it? It got there eventually, but dear
Oh, you
Lord,
you
what a
recreated the
work.
same painting I did?
Not as good. Not as
I want to
good.
see I want to see
I
your
tried.
result. I'm curious.
I was just curious. Yeah, I'll post it to you later once I figure out what. I have like 11 billion tabs open, and I don't know where it went, so
It's in
I'll find
this
it.
place.
I was doing it just as so I was waiting in between phone calls. I'm like, oh,
Hmm.
let's see, that's a really cool thing Dad made. Let's see if I can do that. And it's like, nope, nope. Chat GPT hates me.
No.
So so
Yeah, I was surprised. I
apparently
was in a Zoom. What's
scared
that?
of Disney. So Chat GPT is scared of Disney. So I said, I even
Oh,
said use inspiration from, and it is like, nope, absolutely
no.
refused.
Oh my
So
God. I was in a Zoom call yesterday, and I think we were waiting for someone to show up, so we had some time to kill. And people were commenting on my background. Forget what it was. Oh yeah, I had a spaceship thing, like I was on the deck of a spaceship, and they said, "What do you? What?" I said, "What should I do for my background? I'll make it an AI right now." Someone said an ice cave. Someone said a mammoth, and someone said Superman. And I go, "Okay, well, I'll do Superman riding a mammoth in an ice cave." And I thought it wouldn't do Superman, but it did. It didn't have a problem
nice.
doing Superman for me. Actually, where is that?
That's because it's like DC and not Marvel and not Disney. So
Oh yeah. Actually, it was really funny. Hang on. We are way off the rails right now. I got this. I got this version was really funny. He's writing it backwards.
Oh yeah, weird. Why is he writing it backwards?
I don't know. There was one of the four he was riding it back. One he was riding side saddle, like he was leaning against it, not actually on top. And then one was really good. He wrote it properly. Are we losing viewers right now, or is this interesting? I don't know.
I don't know.
There he is. Oh yeah, there he is. His
There you
side saddle on that one. But I thought the one where he's riding it backwards was really funny. So that anyway,
That's
here we are
crazy.
back to panic.
Back to panic.
So why are we talking panic today, Earl? Do you want to tell people what you've been hearing? Because it's interesting that I
Oh,
had the same issue, and then you had like three other people have the issue. So I wonder if there's something in the air right now.
yeah, maybe it's just the whole recession thing. But yeah, so prior to the show, our only prep is I give you some random discussions that people have hit me up with in the week, and it's completely slipped my mind that you had the same issue. So I threw you a couple ideas, and one of the ideas was help. I just lost my biggest customer. What are some quick ways to replace lost income? And I literally put that word for word into the AI today, and it generated what it generated. And that's what the show notes are today. So, and
Nice.
it's our usual 3-2-1 fashion where it's 3 tips and then 2 things to avoid and then one red hot, tip.
Beautiful. Couldn't have done it better myself. Do you think was there any commonality between it? Like all these people lost a big client, right? That was what
Yeah.
everybody said. And was there any commonality to
Well,
how it happened, or is there a
no,
pattern we should
no.
look out for?
Budgetary constraints was one of them. One of
That was
them
mine.
was client was retiring. So
Not
they
much
were
you can
going
do
to
about that.
basically can't really do that. One of them, some guy died. It's like, well,
Oh,
can't fix that with all the market in the world. And I'm like,
yeah.
okay, well, yeah, but then they still have the same problem where they lost a big chunk of revenue and they got to go replace the client now, right? So,
Hmm. I think probably even before this problem happens, like this is the kind of problem where it's like you should have done something about this earlier, and now you're scrambling. Before this happens, you should be not depending on one client for all your income.
yeah, funny enough, the AI went there,
Oh
even
yeah,
though I asked it ways, it actually went there instead. So I'm just going to spoiler alert disagree with half the crap it says because none of this stuff
okay.
talks about. I agree with what it says, just like none of these are quick. I'm like, that's not going to help. So.
Hmm. Maybe we'll see if we can come up with some of our own while we go through this. It'll all shake out. All
For
right,
sure.
let's 20 minutes later. Oh my God, we've really been dilly-dallying today, haven't we? Let's dive right into it.
Excellent.
Navigating through the loss of a significant customer can be a challenging time for any business. Oh, my announcer voice here. However, it also presents an opportunity to reassess, innovate, and find new avenues for revenue. Here are some strategic actions to consider. One, diversify your client base. There you go, right off the bat. Avoid relying too heavily on a small number of clients. Start by identifying new markets or segments where your product or service can solve a problem. Engage in networking events, online forums, and industry conferences to expose your business to potential new clients. Utilize social media and content marketing to reach a wider audience. Well, this is like what we talk about all the time.
Right. I agree with the structure, like diversifying your client base. I disagree with this in a time of panic because you're in panic mode. You don't have the mental capacity at that point to go super diverse and change tracks and derail yourself and then flip everything over. So, from a long term perspective, absolutely yes. Oh my God, my hair's on fire and I'm not going to make rent and or payroll. Absolutely not. Don't do that at this time. Like that is not what you should be doing. You should be diving deeper into your same client base, saying, "Hey, look, we did this for so and so and so and so and so and so. Look how good we are at our niche. Someone else should probably step up. We have a new slot opening. Hey, come get some." And so I disagree with the AI from a short-term point of view. I agree wholeheartedly from a long-term point of view. But
Mm-hmm.
with the words, basically my hair's on fire.
My hair.
This is not the way. This is
Actually,
not the
this
way to go.
this kind of looks like her hair's on fire, doesn't
Sort of. Sort of.
it? Sort of.
Hair's on pink.
Um,
Whatever.
yeah. So I guess so sequentially though, like this does fit into your plans, but it's the last part of your plans. It's like recover the lost income and then work on diversifying.
Well, because if you don't recover the lost income, you never get back to the right headspace. If you're not in the right headspace, everything you do will be terrible. So, because if you're in panic mode and you're in panic mode, you shouldn't be doing things that require higher level thinking. You should be doing low level thinking things that are dumb and make you money immediately, right? So,
Yeah.
in a a fight or flight scenario, this is not the time to make elaborate schemes, right? So, but harkening back to the previous episodes, one of the things we said was one of the rules was never have one client amount for more than 15% of your total income, total revenue, right? And that is a old, hard, fast rule. Because the moment you do that, even if you're making $1 million, you lose one client, you just lost 100 grand, right? It's over, right? It's like, oh no, there goes 10% plus of my revenue. So yeah, I don't like doing the necessarily super duper ridiculous high ticket things where I'm so dependent on the client. If I lose one, my world is over.
Yeah, and just to take a moment to empathize with our viewers who might have been experiencing this, I lost my big client at the beginning of last month. It was just a budgetary thing. He's like, I gotta cut corners for this month, and I thought he wasn't coming back. I was just operating on the basis that he wasn't coming back. But yeah, for the last month, I've been in a kind of panic spin state, and yeah, it is hard to like think in terms of broad creation or long-term plans when you're like but
Yeah,
then he just today, thank God, he messaged me and said, okay, we had a good month, we're ready to start up again. And the relief that washed over me was incredible. I actually
yeah,
had to stand up
definitely.
and walk around. I couldn't sit at my
Emotional roller
computer.
coaster.
What's that?
Yeah, it's an emotional roller coaster for sure.
Yeah, I couldn't sit at my computer. I was like, okay, that's great, but I can finish the thing I was doing, which is going to make me more money. But I couldn't focus on it. I had to stand up and sort of walk around for a second, just to be like,
And just take a deep breath and sigh of relief, and yeah, take a minute, take a moment.
big victory lap.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what else we can do. What's something more immediate we can do, Mister GPT, Mister Chat GPT? Number 2 is enhance your offerings. Look into developing new products, or services that meet the emerging needs of your existing and potential customers. Consider asking for feedback from current clients about what other services or products they might find valuable. Implementing a customer feedback loop can provide insight into unmet needs, leading to new revenue streams. I feel like a feedback loop has negative connotations, and it's trying to say it's a good thing. Bad Chat GPT.
Well, I'm going back to agree, disagree. I agree for long term, but again, when your hair's on fire and the thing's burning down and your business is falling into shambles, this is not the time to launch a new product or launch a new service or try something that you've never done before, right?
Yeah.
And jump into the wrong time to do those things. I agree with enhancing your offerings. Like that's an entire chapter in our structure in our book, right? It's just like, upsell, downsell, cross sell. Hey, make new things, ask people what do you want, and then sell it to them. It's not like it's rocket science. But again, you got to be in the right state of mind. Your heart can't be a flutter and having palpitations while you're trying to figure out new products and services. Because now, I mean, your customers will smell the panic and essentially there's a term called commission breath, right? Where it's just like, this guy's a little desperate. This sounds off. It doesn't sound like them. This is a little weird, and their pencils will go up, and the alarms will start ringing in the back of their head, going, "Are they okay?" And don't
If you
scare off
suddenly
your
call
client.
you suddenly call up a client, be like, "Hey, do you want to buy anything else from me? I know I already sold you a bunch of stuff, but you want to buy some more?" Like, it's tough to frame that in a way that doesn't make you sound in panic mode.
Yeah. So there's a classy way to do that, which I'll talk about later, but not like that. Not like that.
All right, I like that.
So 0 for 2 so far.
Yeah, this is the worst it's done. Wasn't there a whole thing where ChatGPT was like pooping the bed all week? Like, didn't you hear that like something had gone wrong? Like it was shouting in Spanish or something? Like it had gone crazy?
Yeah. So I guess the collective voices sometimes, yell in the wrong direction. So So there you go.
Yeah, weird. Wonder what that was all about. All right, so let's see if this next one sounds good. Number 3, leverage existing relationships. Tap into your current network of customers and ask for referrals. Oh, there you go. People are more likely to do business with you if you come recommended by someone they trust. Create a referral program to incentivize current clients to introduce you to potential clients. Strengthening relationships with existing customers can also lead to increased sales through upselling and cross-selling opportunities. This sounds good.
Absolutely. So this
All right.
is yes, wholeheartedly yes. You can do this immediately. You can do this right away. And the funny thing is, this is one of my go-to knee-jerk reactions when someone asks me how to grow their business. I go, well, what have you got, and who have you got? And so leveraging existing relationships right away lead to increased revenues. And the hilarity of the fact is, there was this one person we were talking with, and I think she's in like the lashes business, like eyelashes for women. And I got her to talk to the nail person and the hair person and the fashion design person, the person who dresses you and helps you fix your closet and whatever. And so leveraging existing relationships, you could turn a new client almost immediately just by doing that. So thinking about upsell, downsell, cross sell, man, like any of your clients who do lashes and they're doing lashes for a special occasion and they're about to go shopping for new clothes, well, you introduce them to the stylist and the stylist gets business and you make money doing nothing. And there's your emergency solved. Like, hey, look, here's a big pile of money. Like, do that a couple times and, disaster averted, right?
Yeah, and it seems like you could contact your old clients and not ask them for more business, but or not ask them to buy more stuff from you, but tell them about your referral program. Just so you know, we offer this referral program. And then you never know, they might say, well, actually, glad you called. We needed something. Can always happen too,
Actually,
right?
funny enough, one of the people in our group, one of the other mentees who I teach, did I think $2 million in sales last month by structuring a proper referral program. I'm like, see,
Wow.
so
Wow.
it only added an extra 2 mil to his sales. Again, these are the basics, right? Like people try to do all this advanced mumbo jumbo stuff, they screw up the basics. So I agree with AI in this one. Leverage your current relationships, absolutely.
What do you think about what are your thoughts generally on asking friends and family
No,
as far as relationships go?
no, absolutely not. I don't ask friends, I don't ask family, because they paint you in a certain corner and they see you a certain way. And because they've known you for so long, their imagery of you might be the you from 10, 20 years ago, right? And so because they don't know who you are on a professional level, unless they've worked with you, right? Because most people that hang out with their friends, they're just drinking, playing video games, going bowling, whatever your hobbies are. And so you talk about games, you talk about sports, you talk about just stuff. So they have no idea who you are in like a professional capacity. Sometimes, the family, you see them at Christmas, you see them at Thanksgiving, you see them at whatever, and they have a new dog, and their daughter got her license, and da da da. But they don't know two licks about who you are professionally. So friends and family, not necessarily would not be my first go-to. It would be professional connections because they've worked with you, they know you, and when they give a referral, there's a more of a business warmth to it versus a personal warmth where personal warmth is nice, but it may or may not actually can turn into a sale. They just might end up talking about your aunt, whatever, and it's just like, okay, cool, but that didn't save my, I'm still on panic mode. I have to feed my staff and whatever, right? So there you go.
Yeah. Not to mention that for me personally, asking someone with whom I have a friend or family type relation for any kind of business activity just gives me the ick. And it could give them the ick too.
Yeah. So there you go. Absolutely.
I've done that. I've had that before where I tell some friend or family about some business I'm involved in. They go, "Oh, I might want to get involved in that." I'm like, "Don't, please stop. I beg you, don't get involved." And they're like, "No, I insist. Tell me." Like, okay, I tried. I said, don't do it. I tried not to get you involved in this.
Yeah.
And then you join what they call you join the NFL. You know about joining the NFL?
No friends left?
No friends left.
Yeah.
All right. So now we got two things from ChatGPT of what to not do.
Yeah.
You looked over these before. Do you agree with these ones? Did you do better on the not do's? We'll see.
It did. Yeah, it did
Well,
a very good job with the what not to
all right.
do.
Number one is panic. Number one to not do is panic discounting. While it might be tempting to lower prices significantly to attract new customers quickly, this can devalue your offering and negatively impact your brand in the long run. Instead, focus on adding value to your products or services to justify your pricing.
The panic discount technique is not a good mindset or mind, space to be in, because you're already panicking, and then you're going to sell the damn thing for cheaper than you were selling it normally, just so you could sell it faster. But now, because you have less margins, you end up working harder. So because you work harder, you add more stress. And because you add more stress, you end up in a worse mental space. So yeah, you plug the hole, but with your head, and it's still leaking out the sides, and you're still trying to scoop everything back out. And it's just not a good place to be. So don't panic discount. If you are going to discount, make sure the discount is for something else, right? So, as an example, I keep making fun of sidewalk sales, because what the hell is a sidewalk sale? You just took all your crap out of the store and put it outside, and that's the reason for the sale. That's fine, right? Because everyone else is doing it. You don't look like you're crazy. A sidewalk sale means everyone's putting their crap on the sidewalk. Okay, cool. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's not a panic-induced discount. That's a, hey, let's give a dumb reason for people to buy more crap. Totally cool for the, hey, let's give a dumb reason, right?
Yeah.
So I like doing Earl's birthday special. So whenever my birthday rolls around, I just, hey, you know what? I'm going to piss off my accountant today because it's my birthday and I can do whatever I want. And the price for this thing is ridiculous. And then, yeah. So, but I'm in a good, happy mind space. I'm good, happy mindset. So I'm not doing it from a source of panic. I'm doing it from a source of, I want to give back. I want to do more stuff. I want to serve more people. Hey, let's do this. Right. And then when they realize that, hey, this is a really good service, a really good product, and they want to buy it again for regular rate, well, it's not my birthday no more. You get it for regular rate now, right? So, because it was a one-time thing, I was crazy. My accountant hates me. I'm sorry. That was the deal. But the difference between a panic, oh my god, everything's on fire discount, to, hey, it's my birthday, let's do this for fun, right? Hey, let's piss off the accountant today. Why? I feel like picking a fight, and that those are fun, more fun reasons, right? You're not, your mind isn't in the dumps. So
I like that. I have a good reason. But then there's also this aspect of devaluing your product, right? Which some people think is going to think a sale is going to do all the selling for you, but you still got to sell, and you could have sold it for full price with all that work.
right, for lesser margin. And so again, lesser margin means you work harder, means you get more stress, which means not good for you. So I would
No bueno.
go that route.
This guy I knew was a really good salesman. He had his own business. He talked about when he was a kid, he was down at the beach, working this job where they had fresh caught fish in coolers, styrofoam coolers, and they would just fan out across the beach and just sell it to people. And they came back. They all had a lousy day and they didn't sell anything. And they came back to the boss and said, "It's too expensive. We got to lower the price. It's too expensive." And the boss said, "Oh yeah," and he crossed out the price and wrote a higher price above it, and then went and sold it all.
That's awesome.
So it's how you sell. You say, "Oh look, the prices are going up because there's so little of it." People, well, geez, let me grab it now before the price goes any higher.
Oh, absolutely. There was a fun meme around that, right? The kid with the kittens, right? Like they have this box of kittens, free kittens, and no one wanted one. Then they spun the box around, crossed that one out, and said buy one get one free, and then got rid of all the kittens. So
There you
it's
go.
like,
Did you hear that Wendy's is introducing rush pricing now? Surge pricing?
I saw that. That's crazy. Surge
What?
pricing for a burger. Not gonna. That's
Who,
not gonna go well, I think.
who did they think was going to be into that?
Well, just look at target market, right? In target market availability, it works with Uber because you need you need a ride now. There's no rides available. Surge pricing, yeah, if that makes sense. It's rush hour, blah blah blah. Cool, because the need and the ebb and flow is there, right? But the absolute resolute need for a hamburger right the hell now is not as pressing. So
Here, here's my conspiracy theory on it, because it obviously makes zero sense. Like no customer was like, "Oh, great, I'm glad you did that." Uh, all the press has been bad. Here's my conspiracy theory on it. Inflation is getting so bad. They're trying to get customers used to the idea of different price every time they come in.
Hmm.
You know, and
Maybe, but what a terrible way to do it, right? I mean,
yeah,
it's just as bad as when BMW introduced. You can have heated seats for $14 a month or whatever the hell, right? Or you can pay for it in one big go, or you pay for a smaller thing and then now it's only $7.
Hmm.
But if you ever want heated seats ever again, you have to keep paying this fee. And I'm like, well, it's already built into the car. Why would you take it away? Like, or why would you let people know that it's there and then not let them use it? Yeah, that's
you're,
just bad joke.
you're
That's just bad juju.
you're not ingratiating yourself to the customers. But I'm just saying it'll be like I don't know if you remember your history class at all, but in Weimar Germany um, between World War I and World War II, they had hyperinflation,
Mm.
and you used to when you went to get a meal somewhere, you'd ask if you could pay at the start of the meal because if you waited till the end of the meal, it'd be more expensive.
Yes, I remember that. And that's
Like
crazy.
literally,
Like, here's my wheelbarrow full of money. Can I please
yeah.
have some cheese? It's just that's crazy.
I like shot. There's a lot of political unrest at the time. I like the shot of the guy fighting in the streets with a gun, and he's hiding behind a bale of money, literally
Yeah.
a tube of money, and he's hiding behind it to shoot at someone. It's one of the craziest things. Anyway, totally digressing. Second thing not to do during a panic when you lose some revenue: neglecting customer service. Shouldn't do that anytime, I'm sure. In the rush to replace lost income, don't let the quality of your customer service slip. Existing customers are your most valuable asset, especially in tough times. High quality customer service can lead to repeat business and referrals, which are crucial for sustainable growth. Earl, your thoughts?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely agree. It's
Yeah,
it's actually more important to keep the back door shut than it is to keep the front door open. You know what I mean, right? The
fair
customers are
enough.
coming in. Yeah, it's great. Keep them there, keep them happy, keep them serviced. Because if they leak out, the cost per acquisition to bring a new person in far outweighs the cost of just getting someone to get happy,
Hmm.
right? So keep customers happy because oh my god, if you start letting that go slip down, that's a slippery slope. Then you lose all of them, right?
Yeah,
Then you thought your panic was bad before.
yeah. I
It's
totally
really
feel this
bad.
too because it's like you're like, okay, I got all these customers and I need more. And one of your existing customers is like, oh, hey, I got a problem I need to deal with. And you're like, yeah, no time. I got to get a new customer. It's like, bro, a bird in the
Now
hand.
you can get new customers. Yeah, bird in the hand. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's that Aesop fable with the dog with the bone looking in the water, going, "Hey, that dog has a bigger bone than he lets go of his bone to get the bigger one, and then he loses everything."
Oh,
Right.
that's deep.
So,
Oh, I like that one.
there you go.
I never heard that. We studied Aesop's fables when I was in grade 7. I don't remember that one. That's good though. It's perfect. It's like covers everything: envy, hubris, um, avarice, greed. You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely. There you go. It's a lot packed into one little simple story, but a dog and a bone, right?
yeah, and just the finality of glunk, the bone goes in the water and it's gone. That's it.
I kind of want to grab all of the old Aesop fables, and whenever they release Sora for that AI that does video,
Hmm,
just redo all of them like that, and then tie it back to like a business principle. I think that'd be a fun way to make a bunch of content.
that's good. I like that. And I'm sure the copyright's expired on Aesop's fables, so you're all good.
There you go.
All right. So, what does ChatGPT think is a red hot tip? Oh, I like this red hot tip. This red hot tip is, wow, I could not endorse this red hot tip any harder than I do. Invest in digital marketing and SEO. Great advice, ChatGPT. Full marks. I forgive you for all the mistakes you made earlier today.
There you go.
In
I
today's
think I know
digital
a
age,
guy.
you know a guy? If yeah, give me his number. I gotta call him. That's part of my plan here to recover the income is I get my own SEO house in order. I'm so busy doing it for other people. I haven't been doing it for myself. I probably shouldn't tell anybody this, but this will only apply to SEO people. I don't know how many are listening. Found out that local SEO, I forgot the phrasing now. I got it written down somewhere, but local SEO is not a highly competitive word. It's a low competition word.
Nope, not at all. Yeah.
That's what the keyword Tracker says low competition for
Yeah,
that term.
low SEO plus your city, and then hammer away.
Yeah, that's I'm going after. I'm redesigning my site. Anyway, moving on. In today's digital age, having a strong online presence is more important than ever. Invest in search engine optimization, brackets SEO, to increase your visibility online and attract more visitors to your website. Utilize targeted digital marketing strategies such as pay-per-click advertising, social media ads, and email marketing campaigns to reach your potential customers who are looking for solutions you provide. Excuse me. This targeted approach allows you to reach the right audience at the right time, maximizing your marketing budget's ROI. I agree. What does Earl think?
Yes and no.
No, come
Yes
on.
and no. So in the yes section, it talked about using digital strategies like pay-per-click advertising, social ads, email marketing campaigns. If you already have lists, that's key, right, to
Yeah.
reach potential customers. So, and this is coming from me, an SEO guy as well. I also own an SEO agency, and I'm telling people not to buy SEO sometimes because sometimes it doesn't make sense to buy SEO when stuff's on fire. So if you're in absolute panic mode, and you have $1 and you put that dollar to work, that SEO dollar will take 3, 6, 12 months to start bringing back some friends, right? And so if you're on hair on fire mode, that is bad because now you're in panic mode. You're going to spend 3 months on SEO and then you're going to bail. And then all the work you did goes sideways because you stopped mid-stroke, right? Like, you did half a golf swing. Why didn't the ball go anywhere? Because you did half a golf swing, right? So when it's talking about pay-per-click advertising, that sort of thing, having a good, so investing in digital marketing, yes. Investing in SEO when you are in panic mode, I think is a no, right? So coming from an SEO guy, right? So
Yeah.
you fix yourself up, get yourself your ads going because that gets the phone ringing now. Go close some sales, and with the excess money, start then, like it said in the beginning, diversifying your client base. Now start putting money into SEO so that you dig the well before you need the water, right? But if you're dying of thirst, digging the well ain't gonna, you'll be dead before you hit the water.
Yeah, I do totally agree with that. And I always tell my clients, I was like, if you want the phone ring now, it's pay-per-click.
Then that's it. So yeah, have a nice website. Agreed. Pay-per-click. Agreed. SEO whilst hair on fire. Absolutely not. So go make some sales and then do SEO. SEO is more cost effective, but over time, it's a long game. It's a long-term play, not a short-term run. And if they do get it in the short term, they're using some black hat SEO, which is probably not good for you anyway. So there you go.
So anybody watching out there whose hair is not currently on fire, it's time to invest in SEO.
Yes, agreed. Which brings us to
hack of the week.
Hack of the week. So this is going to be a really down-to-earth hack of the week. Not my usual craziness. Because this makes so much money, it's insane. This Tuesday's business engine optimization event was every lead gen system ever. Like, went over like 180 different ways to get leads for your business. And one that is totally underplayed, like just completely ridiculously underplayed, is take every client you still currently have, out for a coffee. Okay, take every single client you currently have out for a coffee, and it's client appreciation by referral time. And so you take each client out for coffee, you thank them for their business, then you ask them why they chose you to do business with. A couple of things. Number one, you're going to get a testimonial out of it. Number two, it's going to reassure you in your time of dire need and mental distress that you are worth it. And that unto itself is worth its weight in gold, because then you don't suck at sales afterwards because you feel good because you talked to your customer and they chose you, right? Especially in your case, your customer came back. How good do you feel?
Oh my God.
You go, oh yeah, right? And this is what your next batch of content should sound like. And from an SEO perspective, now that you're reaching out to your clients and getting referrals, right? You're going to have the referrals, which can give you the money to do SEO. So you're back on the horse, right? And finally, at the end of the coffee, let them know you're looking to grow the business. It's the last piece, and would really appreciate 1 to 2 warm referrals. of other people who are business owners who, or not, if you're selling stuff, if you're selling B2C, that could use this product or service. And if you do it right, and each client gives you 2 solid introductions, you literally triple your business. Because if you have 10 customers and they all give you 2 referrals each, you now have 30 customers. Right? And the problem is completely upside down and backwards. Now it's like, oh crap, I gotta hire people. So that's the hack of the week, which again, it's totally underplayed, And the other thing is people, they go out networking, they collect this stack of business cards and do nothing with them. Oh my God, have coffee with people. Right? That's the whole point. You shake hands, you kiss babies, and then you have coffee. And those coffee meetings are where all the money is made. And that's when people get to know you on a one-on-one basis and they go, hey, I really like this person. We should do business together. And
you just drink coffee.
There you go. So, and that's it. Like, that's the hack of the week. Take your customers out for coffee, ask them why, and it'll reset your mental status. So it gets rid of all the imposter syndrome and everything else. Like, okay, I am worth it. Wow, these people do like me. Yes, I am effective. And the thing I'm doing actually does work. People do like it. Cool. It should be no problem to find another customer. And then when you ask your customers for help, like I said, they get 1 or 2. If they give you 1 each, you've doubled your business. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's it. There's the hack of the week.
It really is the simple things, isn't
it? Sometimes. Some days it's just that easy.
I think that confidence piece is huge too. Like, I've definitely been there. Like, what am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing. Who knows? But I've also been like, I am such a genius. I can't believe it. Oh my God, I'm the greatest. And it's like 1 succeeds and 1 doesn't. Anything you can do to keep that better headspace.
It's that roller coaster. And when I was younger, I didn't believe in the whole headspace thing. Right? I'm just like, just push forward, and that's fine. Because when you're 20 and you're dumb still, it's fine. You can just numb it with whatever. But as you get older, right? Like some of these old skeletons and closets start to creep up on you. You're like, hey, wait, am I really worth anything? Or do and even people who are super duper successful, like I do all right. Every once in a while, I get this wave of imposter syndrome, and I'm sitting on my couch going, maybe I should just quit everything. Right? So, and when I do the whole coffee thing with the client,
if Earl can get that, I don't feel bad about me getting it.
Oh, absolutely. I that's why I have a couch in my office. When I'm happy, I sit on the couch. When I'm sad, I sit on the couch.
You're sad, you lie down on the couch.
Yeah, exactly. So I lie down when I'm sad. So there you go. So I mean, as simple as that sounds, there's a profoundness in that simplicity, right? Just taking people out for coffee, chatting with people who know, like, and trust you, and then just getting to know, like, and trust yourself again. And then once you've given yourself permission to know, like, and trust yourself, the referrals are super easy. And that's that. So nice. No panic discounting.
No panic discounting, people. And invest in digital marketing right away.
Yes. Because the AI said so. Our AI overlords, which is, I guess, currently, I guess it counts as a sponsor since it's our overlord. Yeah.
I don't think they need us to advertise them. I think they're doing fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's it.
All right,
that's a wrap.
Guess that's it, Earl. You are awesome. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today on Earl and the Idiot. And thank you, ChatGPT overlords, and I guess play us out.
Absolutely. I'll play us out. Thanks for the show.
Thanks for listening to Earl and the Idiot. We hope you learned something you can take action on this week. For more information or to contact the show, visit earlandtheidiot.com. And until next time, remember what Shakespeare said. The fool doth think he is wise, but the wise man knows himself to be a fool.
See you next week, everybody.
Cheers.